We should be live and online. What was that from?
I turned off the sound.
All right.
Oh, that's from my...
Aloha everyone, Lance Page here with Page Films. I am here with Colton and we are at the edge of the Kilauea caldera in the pitch dark. We were hoping for some stars, but it's a little bit cloudy right now. What we're going to do on this live stream, we wanted to bring you guys a sunrise from the edge of the Kilauea caldera. And we're starting in complete darkness and we're going to run the live up until the sun comes up. So before we swap to the Sony camera, I just want to quickly shout out my Patreon account. So if you would like to contribute to this work, you can go ahead and think about signing on to the Patreon, and that's one way to support this work. Go to patreon.com/pagefilms and check it out there. And right now you can actually see the exclusive version of Pele Rises Chapter 3 over on the Patreon right now, and it's the early release before it comes out publicly. So with that down, let's go ahead and jump over to the camera view here. How's it looking? All right, so this is the A7S III cam, and as you can see, we're dealing with a lot of clouds. I'm gonna tilt up here so we can get just barely some stars going on, but the idea, what's up?
I'm just showing you the...
Yeah, the idea for this stream to start it at 4:30, or it's about 5, after 5 now, but we wanted to start with the stars, potentially get some meteors, because we're still in the Perseids meteor shower, it's just not the peak. So I guess if there are meteors, you might see one or two through the clouds, but it's there's definitely a lot of mist rolling through the caldera, and so that's what we are looking at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and add on my picture-in-picture here. So I'm just here hanging out with whoever happens to end up here in the chat. So if anyone is hanging out in the chat, go ahead and throw down a comment. Let me know if it sounds okay, and if you're getting a decent picture, if you can see what's going on here. Looking good?
Yeah.
Colton's got the Colton just bought a new iPad, so he's got a fancy monitoring device going. So we're rocking some new gear, and yeah, you could probably turn the brightness up a little bit, yeah, to see kind of a little bit better. Let's see. No one in the comments quite yet. Well, yeah, looking good.
The quality is much better than last stream.
Cool. So yeah, let's see. I'm on the once again. So I'm on the same lens that I had for the Perseids meteor shower live stream, the Sigma 14mm 1.4 art lens, which is really fun because I can do, I can see in the dark with this thing along with the Sony A7S III. It works really well in low light, so yeah, you can see some stars there through the clouds, and it looks like you can see daylight already. The daylight's kind of washing onto all the clouds, and so we'll give you guys just a a little bit of a view of stars here. There's an ohia tree on the left over here. That's volcano house, those lights on the bottom of the frame. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of daylight already. A lot more than I thought there was. I'm sitting here with lights in my face, so. Oh,
Latency's only about 30 seconds or so.
really? That long already?
Well, I mean, it kind of adds up, but it's not bad.
Hmm. How's it going out there? If there's anyone hanging out, feel free to jump in the chat, throw down some messages. Oh yeah, I have got my little monitoring device as well. Looks like we got a few people in the chat. Ooh, okay. Turn that down. So we're rocking the 80,000 ISO at the moment, just getting the extremely low light view of the sky as just the very first parts of daylight come on, and it's gonna eventually. So down here, this is where the caldera, the crater is, and actually you can see some of the gases coming up there. Wow, that's pretty cool. So yeah, we're looking straight into the caldera, looking down into Halemaumau crater, and the little white parts you see there is a lot of the gases and the steam coming up. And yeah, there's some stars. You think we'll see a meteor before it's too late?
I did earlier.
Yeah, we saw a few meteors earlier. There's definitely some Perseids still going off. Saw a couple good ones. I might jump on auto white balance here. Or, yeah, I'm just gonna, all right, sorry about the color change there. My white balance is gonna be on auto, so as the daylight comes on, we're just gonna get what we get as far as the change in color.
It's only about 15 seconds now.
Oh, good. So it actually gets better.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna just go ahead and drive around here with the view. Oh, that's what was happening. This lens is so wide that it just sees everything.
That's the 14 mil.
Yeah. Yeah, see the stars are almost washed out already.
6 viewers right now.
Oh, cool. Got a few people in the chat. Thanks for checking it out and looking at some Kilauea skies with us. What you're seeing is the very first moments of daylight, or the first kind of washes of daylight coming on. But since you can still see the stars, you can tell it's pretty early still. There's a bunch of these clouds rolling through, and this is Halemaumau crater, which is not erupting, as you can see. Though we have had some activity recently. There's been an uptick in earthquakes. USGS is now doing daily updates, and we are basically due for an eruption any day now, or it could be any week or any month, because it's really hard to actually predict when she's going to go. But it will be sometime soon.
Better.
Yeah, you can see some detail. We're kind of comparing our stream with the last one to see how it does. So we're getting some latency.
Oh. I think it just jumps up and then it'll go back down.
Yeah, if there's anyone checking out the stream in the chat, let me know if it looks okay for you guys, if there's any lag or any stalling or anything.
We got 3 viewers now. Probably, well, 2, because I'm one of them.
I might be another one of them. I have my phone. How's it sound?
Sounds real good.
Cool. Wow, it's amazing how much you can see already in the camera. I mean, you can't even see that with your eyes.
About 10-15 second delay.
Definitely, we still have some stars. There's that misty clouds kind of rolling in. We've gotten a little bit of mist here. Fortunately, not too much so far. I'm gonna start dropping the exposure down. Boy, I wonder what the stream would be like right now if the lava was erupting.
Right?
Might have a few more people in here.
That's the goal.
Eventually, we're going to be here showing you guys an eruption. Just not yet. She's not ready to go just yet. And as we get more and more daylight, we'll be able to kind of see a little bit more of what's going on, look around in the caldera, and at some point we can do a lens swap on the Sony and put the telephoto on, and then we'll be able to zoom in and kind of show some of the details of the crater that's not erupting, but there's a lot of gases coming up and interesting little things about it that we get to look at. So where's my... Looks like there's 5 people on the chat. Yeah, we didn't. It didn't quite start like how we imagined. Earlier in the night there was a lot more stars. It was a lot more clear. We were getting some photos earlier of some pretty gorgeous Milky Way scenes. Let's see, 1, 2. Why is this so confusing? There we go. All right. That's a pretty nice frame there. Got me in the caldera, and then Halemaumau on the right. Nice. Looks pretty good on the playback. Hopefully it's looking okay for anyone out there watching on the stream. Almost feel like daylight. Oh, that's way different.
It's some mist coming in.
Oh yeah, we're getting misted.
In the back of the valley.
Yeah, we seem to be at a lot of risk of mist. High risk of mist, or high chance of mist.
That incandescent one looked really good, but it's still it's pretty blue, huh?
The auto white balance doesn't. I'm not sure if it knows what to do when it's so dark. But I mean, we can just go daylight, and then it's going to be pretty blue. Almost looks purple. I'll stick with that for now. This is the first time we haven't had a lot of folks in the chat chatting it up.
I know.
We got 7 people in there. If you're hanging out in the chat, thanks for joining and checking it out. We are just capturing a sunrise at the summit of Kilauea Volcano. Nothing too fancy. There is an eruption on the way, but it's not here yet. We wanted to just give you guys a nice, cool live view of the full sunrise. A little panning here. Yeah, you can see all that mist just hanging out. Fortunately, on the other side of the caldera. Is that light on the ground from something? Oh, it's from this light, probably?
Probably.
Yeah. So you can see more and more detail as we get more daylight.
The abyss.
This is the actual edge of the caldera here. What's in front of us. That's kind of cool how it's lit like that.
Yeah. Wow.
So now, yeah, now you can see some detail, some cliffs, and the floor of the caldera, and then the collapsed Halemaumau crater. Definitely done with the stars, it seems. I don't think we got any meteors unless I missed it. And what's pretty amazing is that we are the only humans that we can see anywhere around. We're the only car in the parking lot, at the overlook parking lot, and there is nobody here. That's the cool thing about coming here when it's not erupting or when it's not really a big deal, because you can have the whole place to yourself. During the last eruption, it was really, really busy. There was hundreds of people, and right about this time, there would be hundreds of people along this coast. Along this cliff, just shooting photos, checking out the sunrise. It's pretty amazing to have it all to ourselves. Now we just need an eruption.
It's really good.
Looking good, looking good. All right. If anybody happens to be hearing me right now or seeing me, don't be afraid to jump in the chat and shoot me any questions or anything, any thoughts you guys have about the volcano. It's looking real mystical. It always looks real mystical here. We're 23 minutes into the live stream. We're getting latency, looks like. Yeah, it kind of jumps up and down. Is it doing any stalling on your end?
The video did like a quick pause, but then the audio kept going and then it caught up. So I think it's just doing its regular thing. Quality looks really good.
Ooh, is it getting mistier? Or is it just me? You know what I need? It looks like it's stalling out pretty hard right now.
We're still, from right now, we're about 15 seconds still, but it might pick up because of that.
I'm gonna get myself some coffee. Ooh, I had a churro as well. Yeah. It doesn't, I feel like it shouldn't be doing that so much. Like,
it looks great on here. The pause was very minimal, and it would catch up. It didn't show the loading thing or anything.
On that second meteor shower stream, it came to a point where I feel like the latency just stopped for the whole rest of the stream. And I'm not sure. I mean, maybe I should disconnect this one from your phone. Is it
Yeah, if there's, I mean, it could just be overloading it.
too many? Let's just turn the Wi-Fi
How many
off
devices
here.
we have connected to it? Like
Okay.
4 or 5.
Disconnected that one. Yeah, we have 4. All right.
That'd be cool if we had two wireless internet connections. Because if we had
We
that,
do.
we can just run all the equipment, and then had our jetpack one. Then you could
Oh, right.
run everything
Yeah.
on download separate.
Hopefully that helped. Just taking one device off.
Looks like it did something. As long as it's in double digits, milliseconds is not bad at all.
All right, we got lots of detail now.
Oh yeah, nice and bright.
We're finally down to a normal ISO range. Now we're at 4,000. This is the time of the morning when the sunlight kind of dramatically comes on a lot faster than it has been. There's a few people in there. Don't be shy. Jump on the chat. We just want somebody to put a comment. Come on, somebody's got to do it. Why don't you put a comment, Colton?
All right.
Get the chat started here. There we go. There's some pretty cool clouds up here. I'm gonna do a little tilt up. Yeah, these clouds are probably gonna light up really nice with the sun when the sun color comes on. That's looking real nice. Yeah, Colton asks, where's everyone joining from? If anyone's in the chat, where are you at? Could have some New Zealanders, could have some... We had someone from Hong Kong the other day on the stream. We tried to beat the USGS from fixing their live stream cam because it was down for a while. Jeffrey from here.
Nice.
Joining from here. Well, that's good. Thanks for joining. And thanks for being our first commenter who's not me or Colton. We're just doing a casual sunrise at the Kilauea summit. And yeah, testing out some new gear. Continuing our journey into this live stream madness. I hope you all are having a good morning, if it's morning where you are, and I hope you have good coffee as well. Oh, right, I'm not on camera. I'm just going to go ahead and call every stream a test stream until there's no latency,
there's lava.
and there's a bunch of people hanging out in the chat, and then there's lava in front of the frame. Yeah, I mean, what we're doing right now is basically like kind of building up to when the eruption happens. We're gonna be a little bit more experienced with this and be able to make it happen a little easier. How's the wind on the mic? Are you getting that at all? It's good. All right. Some ohia trees here. This is the edge of the caldera. There's a very, very big drop right here in front of us. And at some point we're gonna do a big lens change so that we can put the telephoto on and then zoom in on that inactive lava lake and see what we can see. Hopefully it doesn't get too washed out with mist and fog. All right. We got any souls in the chat? We got six humans.
Jeffrey says 2 pineapples sent me.
Oh, right on. 2 pineapples is always sending people along. From London, very nice. Yeah, I'm wondering if 2 pineapples, if they're gonna wake up in time to join our stream. I'm sure that they'll be on here at some point. I was wondering if they would even show up in person. They're too far away from here. All right.
Raymond is in the chat. Just said, "Hey, Lance."
What's up, Raymond? Good to see you, man. It's cool to see someone who I actually have I've hung out with in person here at the edge of the caldera. Raymond was hanging out with us when I was chilling with Lou and Anna.
Nice.
Right here. It's getting a lot brighter. Hopefully we're going to get some colors soon, kind of blasting up on these clouds.
It's starting to look a lot more blue, clear.
Yeah. Yeah, check out these clouds up here. I love the scattered clouds with all the cool patterns. I bet soon these will kind of light up orange.
Oh yeah.
The sunlight.
You see behind us, it's all lit up.
Yeah.
Nice and pink.
It's weird, like the daylight starts coming on, and then it feels like all of a sudden it's like daytime. Like you see the daylight coming, and it's still dark, but then like there's a certain point where it just kind of snaps into daytime. Or like you don't notice for a few minutes and then you realize, oh, it's daytime now. There's like a stream of gases coming up from that one spot. You see that? It's like,
sorry?
Look at that stream of gases coming up.
Oh yeah.
Like right from that.
I wasn't there yesterday.
I'm
just waiting to feel a quake.
Yeah. I haven't checked the quakes in a few hours. I wonder if there's any new ones.
It's just usgs.gov, right?
You got to go to the Kilauea page, and I always have a hard time finding it. I have a bookmark, but on my phone. Raymond says, looks like gonna get some volcano action soon.
I hope so.
Yep, we definitely are. And soon, the real question is what soon means. Is it soon today, or this week, or is it in like a few weeks? Because it's really hard to say. I mean, the last eruption, we had a lot of signals, a lot of earthquake swarms. The tilt just kept rising and rising, and it was at the point where it looked like it was going to erupt. Like it looked like it was on the verge of erupting for about 5 or 6 weeks straight. I kept coming out here to try to anticipate it, kept missing it. I actually missed it by 4 days, and then, yeah, so this time around, who knows? It could be, could erupt right in our stream.
We're proactive now.
Yep. It's cool seeing the wide angle, seeing like kind of so much in one frame. But I will in a bit I will be zooming in on whatever's going on down there. There's quite a bit of gas, sulfur gas and stuff, kind of like on the left of the lava lake. You can see the white steamy stuff coming up, and then to the right it's like more of the blue gases and less steam.
We got our first car.
Our first vehicle, the first human has arrived who's not us. Witness says, hi Lance, watching from San Diego. How's it going? Good to see you on here. I love San Diego. I have family there, and I visit quite often, and I lived there twice for a total of like 5 years. What part of San Diego are you in? Ooh, yeah, this always happens to me when the daylight comes on. I tend to just get way colder for some reason. I'll have to do another layer. Raymond says it's like being there and catching a green flash. Probably won't see any green flashes here, but and speaking of which, I will be working on some more green flash watch live streams. Hopefully before the eruption we can sneak another 1 or 2 of those in, because once the eruption happens, the VOG is going to come around the island and it's going to settle right in Kona, which it always does. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and leave you all on this view here, and I'm gonna get another layer on. You're doing well.
Good.
You got gloves here if you need them.
Did you already get this one? I didn't know if you shouted out yet.
Deep Quake 9 says, "Hey Lance, mahalo. Thanks for joining the stream. Appreciate you all. I'm just doing a little layering up here to make sure I'm warm enough." If anybody doesn't know, it's very cold here at the summit of Kilauea. We're at about 4,000 feet elevation, and it's usually windy. So I've got like 4 layers on right now, with like 3 jackets. Raymond says, "Been there myself. Lived Fallbrook." Fallbrook. Where's Fallbrook? Wherever it is, it sounds cold. Witness. We're in North County, San Diego, near Escondido, getting ready for the storm approaching. Oh, you guys have a storm, huh? I think we have a storm approaching as well. We're in that season, obviously. All right, we got. Oh, I was gonna say. So my brother lives in Encinitas, and so I go to Encinitas a lot, and which is a little south of there, but. Yeah, everything's looking real crispy now on the stream. Now that we have, or at least through the camera, we have the ISO is all the way down to 250 now, and hopefully you all can see as much detail as I can here. Make sure we're focused. Oh, this is us. Oh, there we go. All right. Encinitas and Leucadia are my favorites. Yeah. Encinitas. I love Encinitas. I've spent a lot of time there hanging out with my brother, and he lives pretty close to the beach, so we just cruise around on skateboards and go hang at the beach, and yeah, it's a fun town.
Looks really good. Still about 15 seconds.
Not bad. Anybody, how's the number?
We have about 6, 7.
We're up to 7 people. If we could hit double digits if we do well enough.
We just need some lava.
If we had lava, I bet we'd get the triple digits.
Oh yeah.
This battery is draining pretty quickly here in the CMO.
It doesn't charge it, huh?
Nope, that's the one problem. We can throw if we lose it, we can put my old iPhone on it and just. I guess we'll have to restart it.
And then while we recharge, or while we have your other one on there, then I could take that one back to the car, charge it, and Just keep rotating them out.
Mine lasted, I guess it was only less than an hour stream when I used it as a CMO.
That thing does not do well with battery.
Raymond says, North County weather as close to Hawaii as you could get. Only thing you can't grow there are coconut. North County, San Diego. I imagine there's a few other things you can't grow there. But you can grow quite a lot in San Diego. Yeah, it's quite different here, Raymond, from when you were here, or from when I saw you here last. Because there's no eruption and there's no people. It's just, there's one car.
He's gotta leave.
Gotta start work. Gotta say laters. Have a good morning, Raymond. I appreciate you jumping on and jumping in the chat. Hopefully I'll see you here sometime soon. Aloha. Still haven't got a lot of color. It's been a little bit colorless in terms of the sunlight action. Can actually stop the lens down a little bit here. There is some nice kind of pastels in the sky, kind of in between the clouds. And it's a nice even exposure right now. If anyone is getting any stalling or if the picture is freezing for you, let me know, because we're kind of trying to work out some latency issues, trying to figure out how to minimize them as much as possible. Yeah, this battery is probably going as fast as that one. We're kind of like, we're in the middle of getting some equipment for these streams, and so we're like testing out some things and figuring out what's working, what's not, and which devices are dying really fast. Oh, I got a little bit of color up that way. Let's see. I'm gonna swing on over here. Swing on over. Ooh, a little overexposed over there. Yeah, so I wanted to look up this way and see some of this color. A little bit of orange. Oh yeah. That's nice. Yeah, there's Colton.
Oh, hey. That thing's super wide.
Yeah. 14 mil. Some beautiful scattered clouds with some little touch of daylight color. It's interesting. It's because I've done a lot of time lapses that go from fully dark into daylight, and so I have to adjust the exposures manually throughout. But this is the live stream version of that, so I'm kind of just doing that as we stream. I'm at 5.6 now. Ooh.
Yeah, that's nice.
Can I go all the way around? I'm gonna flip all the way around here. See if I can just film Colton. I'm just gonna get Colton in the frame. He's ducking under the camera. One of these days, you're gonna be forced to be on camera, Colton. So I wanted to swing around and show you this beautiful color above Mauna Loa back here. So this is toward the parking lot, and Mauna Loa there with lovely pastel clouds. I'll just walk into the frame here. How's the latency looks good right now. How's the numbers in the chat? Got some folks?
It looks good. We got 4 watching right now.
Cool. Yeah. A little dark, perhaps. Oh, you can see the sunlight hitting Mauna Loa. Check that out. That is beautiful.
Pink.
Yeah, just gorgeous. Well, whoever is in the chat, you're watching a really, really beautiful sunrise show, and who's ever not in the chat, they're missing out. Even like all the way this way, you can see that color. Plus an iPhone. So I'm controlling the Emotimo Spectrum ST4 with a PS4 remote. This is how I'm panning and tilting the camera, which is super convenient. I love this motion head. I just have my thumb on the one joystick here, and it just does pan and tilt. So I can operate hands-free. And it's just so peaceful and quiet. Such a change from the last time I was here during the eruption, where it was just like we were trying to shoot the stars, and there was literally hundreds of people shining their lights everywhere. And yeah, I feel like there needs to be a little bit more education in the park for tourists and visitors who come in and want to see, the eruption at night, on a dark night when the stars are out. I feel like people need to be a little bit more aware of their use of lights. It can become cumbersome, but for me, I mean, I'm always shooting photos, so it's easy to be mad about it when you're trying to get those low light shots.
I was doing a time lapse last night, and a car came in and like had their lights shining right where I was
Yeah.
shooting.
The headlights are one thing that's hard to avoid.
Well, they just stopped there. They were just like
Oh.
sitting there, and then they kept shining their light over towards us, like,
Yeah.
like hi.
Oh, they're trying to figure out what we're doing.
Like, hello.
Yeah, that gets really annoying when it's like people are like curious about what you're doing and they're like shining lights on you to like find out what you're doing. And yeah, so a lot of people just are a little bit clueless, but looks like there's a little
I haven't
orange.
heard any wind noise at all. So
Nice. Yeah, this little mini dead cat works good. All right, I'm gonna swing on back now that we've got Mauna Loa drenched in some beautiful daylight. We're gonna get a big old view of Colton here. Oh.
no.
And yeah, as we do these live streams, I'm gonna put Colton more and more in the frame. I don't think he wants to be, but you can't avoid it. Yeah, these clouds up here are pretty cool. I like how it looks like the clouds are like lined up on the tree. Drop the exposure a little bit. You can see the color a little better. There we go. Yeah, I'm just hanging on the wide angle while we got the kind of the sunrise colors, and we might have to make some adjustments. The device that we're using to transfer the Sony image into our switcher app, the battery's getting a little low, a little fast on that, but let's see here. Let's add my selfie cam back in. All right. Now you got us, and you got Mauna Loa with the light on it back there. We're approaching an hour on the stream. I can't believe a whole hour has gone by already.
Time flies when you're having fun.
I guess it's straight up daytime now. Oh wow. Yeah, you can see how much sunlight is actually hitting Mauna Loa back here. It looks surreal. It's just like, it almost looks like it's not even, it doesn't match with like the rest of the scene. Wow. All right, let's swing over with the Sony cam and see what we can see in the caldera. Open up the iris again and we'll get down here. After all, this is where the lava is probably going to come from, so I'm going to make sure we're paying attention. All right, we're 1 hour in. So yeah, we are, if you happen to be just joining the stream, we are at the summit of Kilauea Volcano here on the Big Island of Hawaii. The volcano is not erupting, although it might do so soon. We've had definitely some uptick in activity lately, and we wanted to just come out here and give you guys a really cool live stream of the sunrise and check in on the volcano and see what's up.
That'd be cool to get some of these, this smoke on the 600.
Yeah, there's a lot of steam and gas and things down there. Yeah, when Two Pineapples were doing their live stream when it was before the eruption, they were zooming in on all the the instruments, all the
Oh, nice.
USGS instruments that are placed about on the floor of the caldera. So yeah, I wonder, we could do that soon, and I mean what we could do is just end it when this thing's about to die.
Yeah. What's your other iPhone on?
This one, it's 3/4.
You're going to use that for the stream?
No. For what?
What about this one?
Oh, that one, it's like maybe half. But we'd have to reconnect.
Can't tell where it's at. The top of the screen is.
Oh yeah, it has like a bug. There's a bug in there eating it. It looks like 2/3. Or one third. Was it anyone in there? 5? We got 5 people. Thanks for checking out the stream. I know it's not too exciting, but we wanted to, yeah, I think it's cool just to kind of hang out and check it out, experience a sunrise. I feel like in life, when you wake up to see a sunrise, it's never, you never regret it. Like, I mean, maybe some people do if you're like super tired and somebody makes you get up and you don't want to get up. But every time I've made the effort to get up for the sunrise or stay up all night for the sunrise, it's always worth it. So there's always a reason to do that. The experience is what it's all about.
Yeah.
So, should we try the maneuver of putting our telephoto lens on? Yeah, I think we should do that. So before we do, real quick, like and subscribe. If you are new to the channel and you're seeing this and you want to see more live streams and more of what we do, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also if you hit the notification bell, that's going to notify you for future streams. When we schedule streams, you'll get that notification and you won't miss out on these awesome sunrises and whatnot. So, let's see. I'm gonna take this camera that's on me right now, and I'm gonna give it a BTS wide angle, and you guys can see us struggling to change a lens. It's not ideal to change lenses out in the wild like this, but we're gonna give it a shot and we're gonna do it. This good. What are we doing? This one? No, this one.
Then you just want me to take the iPhone back to the car and charge after we switch out the lens?
No.
Leave it.
I think, you mean this one?
Mm-hmm.
I think let's just run it till it dies. I don't think we want to reconnect and everything. I mean, maybe. But for now, let's get this, let's figure out how, okay, so. I'm gonna go ahead and put you on our BTS view, and then you get to see our lens change. Why is it? All right, that'll do. Okay, so. Okay, so you hold this, and I'm gonna take this guy off, and then we're gonna do the same thing that we did earlier.
You want me to put this in the 12 o'clock position?
That can be down, and then the buttons here. So release the whole.
Okay.
Yeah, release the whole thing with the adapter.
It's pretty much ready to go.
Okay, so I'm going to hand you this lens. And
I probably shouldn't take.
yeah, take it first, and then can you hold on to that? Hold on to the camera, yeah. And then I got this. Okay, and then get that on there. I can't believe we're showing this to the public. Changing mirrorless camera lenses. Okay. Now.
You have a cover for this one?
The lens cap? Yeah, here. It's got the two things. Yeah, here you go. Okay, why is... There we go.
Oh, do you want to use your other phone?
No.
Just let that one run out.
Yeah, I mean, it's still got a quarter-ish. So. All right, so we are set up with the telephoto now. Go ahead and use my iPhone as the wide angle here, and get you a view like that. And then we're going to jump to 1 and 2. And here we go. We're now on telephoto lens on the Sony. right. So now we're seeing, zoomed in, and we're looking at the steam and the gases coming up at the edge of the most active part of the lava lake. There, where you can see that's the edge of where the most recent lava lake the most recent lava lake ended at that spot. Like, that was where the flow kind of stopped. And once we have another eruption, it could actually go onto this next downdrop block here. So lava could actually spread out all the way out here. And as you can see on the wide angle. Not bad.
Did a little pause. That was the first one.
On the video signal. A little wind. I'm gonna turn the stabilizer on. See how that looks.
Yeah, I had some little tiny jitters in there, but it looks...
Yeah, the stabilizer works pretty well for this. It's really cool that, like, what's going on? So what I'm curious about is the middle of the frame. There's like, is that like sulfur gas colored rock, or is that actually steam coming up? I'm gonna zoom in on it. This stuff is what I was curious about. Yeah, it's just like the color. It looks like the color of the rocks. Yeah, it looks good. All right, what else? Oh, I'm gonna pan over slowly to this spot over here with a lot of coloration on the rocks, a lot of gas coming out of here. This is where there was a big pillar of plume earlier. Oh. Wow. As you can see in the wider angle, the daylight's starting to kind of hit the mist. It's got a nice color to it. Do a little swapperoo here. So if there's anyone in the chat who's a volcano junkie, let me know what the earthquakes are looking like, because we're kind of all out of devices. We're using up all our devices on the stream. I haven't checked the earthquakes since maybe like 2 or 3 in the morning. Not that we're concerned for our safety or anything. It'd just be really kind of cool to catch an eruption. I definitely feel earthquakes all the time in Kona. When I'm out here, I generally don't feel earthquakes. Like, I can't really recall ever feeling a good quake while I'm here at the summit, which is interesting because I've been here a lot. Should I do low power mode?
I don't know. Hopefully it continues to work. Background app.
That's fine,
Down.
as long as it's doing
Some
CMO.
visual effects.
As long as CMO is, that's all you need to do, just CMO.
As long as we got the wide angle, and then we can switch out the phone when it dies. I'll run back to the car, plug it in.
Yeah, I mean, this is going, once this dies, we're going to lose this.
Yeah.
So.
If you want, excuse me. If you want, I could just take this back to the car when you plug that other iPhone in, and then.
Yeah, reconnect.
Yeah.
You can see how it works to reconnect midstream. Meanwhile, I'm going to start driving around with my telephoto. So I'll zoom out a bit. Oops, that's. Got a lot of coloration over there. I wonder if this is the spot where the lava's going to come first. You can see some of the instruments here in the bottom of the telephoto angle. Wow, what time is it?
Oh, 6:30 almost.
So the sun comes up in like half an hour still? Or when does the sun come
I
up?
think it's just such thick clouds that it's.
Is the sun up? It must be up already then.
Oh yeah, because I think it
Or is
rises
6?
on the East Coast at 6. Yeah, 6:05 or something.
On the East Coast? You mean
Well, I mean on the east side.
the east side?
Yeah.
I was like, East Coast. That's going to be a lot different time. Yeah, in that wide angle you can see that daylight. It's beautiful, lighting up all the mist. Got some birds. There's the cone. I'm going to zoom in on the cone. This is the most recent eruptive spot. So this is where that's all I can do. Okay, 10%. So this is the spatter cone from the last eruption. We, about a week in to the eruption, this vent that was going the whole time started blasting out and was shooting a big fountain out and raining down on itself. It was pretty incredible. And yeah, now it's just a big old rock. You can almost see there's like a hole in it.
It's like cinder.
Yeah. Yeah, at the beginning of the eruption, it was just lava was just oozing out of the sidewall, and it was like oozing down through the rocks and the rubble. Pretty interesting. I'm gonna swap cams again real quick. Oops. Oh god, this is so confusing. I want one.
Hey, your mom's in the chat.
Oh, hey Mom. Watching from the farm. Want that? There we go. I'm gonna swap cameras. And wow, those birds are beautiful. Ooh, there's some nice light over there. All right, I'm gonna zoom out.
Oh yeah, that looks awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, the birds are forming. It's so cool. Like right through the frame. It's like, oh.
Yeah. I love those billowy clouds lit by the sun in the wide angle. Pan across the lake. Oh. Got bad there for a second. I want to zoom in on this part here with all this coloration. Pretty windy. Seems like the wind is kind of picking up.
Is it moving the lens a little?
Yeah, a little bit. This is some pretty surreal landscapes down here.
Nice.
And this, we're definitely about to lose one of our devices due to battery. And that's the one that's bringing the Sony signal into the feed. So I think what we'll do is I'm going to jump over to the wide angle for you guys, and we are going to see about swapping our device in order to keep the Sony camera going. Wi-Fi. And I need CMO.
I'm gonna run to the car, plug this in.
Okay.
Do you want me, wait, should I do that or just leave it? Because it's going to be running, the ignition would be on and have to be unlocked.
Yeah, I think it's okay because I don't think we're going to go long enough to want to use that. Switcher. And share the CMO. Be cool if it just worked.
192.251.58:1978. We'll have these memorized before too long.
Well, I think they're new every time.
I think that's the same.
Well, if it is, it would have had the...
Well, oh yeah, this is the new one that we just put on, so yeah, it's different from the ones that we had before.
All right, so we got our telephoto back. We just learned that we can do that midstream.
Smooth.
Definitely smoother than that lens change. All right, let's see. Let's drive this over and look at some more details. I'm going to zoom out just so it's not so fast. Yeah, we probably won't be streaming for too much longer, mainly due to some battery issues. But it's okay. We wanted to just kind of get through the sunrise into daylight and give you a nice view of the caldera and just the crater while it's not erupting yet. The sun is just starting to pop through the clouds finally. Oop, that is a little hot. Getting the mist coming in too. We've been pretty fortunate so far not to get blasted by the mist, but right now we're getting a little cloud coming in. And our device is dying quickly. So, let's see, if anyone's in the chat, put a comment saying where you want me to zoom into before it's too late. Because with the way that we have this set up, we are using iOS devices for the cameras and to send the signal from the Sony camera into the stream. But some of our devices don't have the best battery power or the battery life, and so the battery's kind of draining real quick. And we're kind of in the middle of figuring out all the gear and getting all the pieces we need, so that's why it's a test stream, right?
Yep.
It's a test. Always testing, always practicing. Oh wow, I'm gonna zoom in on that spot right here. This this seems to be a pretty active zone right in here. A lot of coloration. And you can see we're looking through a lot of mist right now. Ooh, getting misty.
That cold one.
Yeah, that wind is picking up. We're kind of like, we're getting the weather. I'm glad we made it this far without it. How's the number looking in there?
We got 5
Cool.
watching.
Got a few people in here. Those of you watching, thanks for joining and watching along with our Kilauea check-in / test stream. It's getting kind of hard to see a lot right now.
Yeah.
Oop. All right, well, we're probably about to lose the Sony signal. And we're getting misted on pretty good. I guess we'll just milk the battery till she gone. See if we can zoom in on one of those instruments over here. There we go. Some USGS instruments down here set up, doing things like monitoring the tilt. They got a cooler down there that's probably full of cervezas. Little solar panel. I think it'd be so cool to be the field crew, the USGS field crew, and chopper on in to take care of this stuff. There's another thing over there. There's like what's going on with that? Down here, there's like something. This here, what is this? Looks like a couple of containers of some kind. Maybe those are the beer coolers. Those USGS guys. partying down there in the caldera floor. Let's go back up to the crater. Ooh.
They almost look like tents. Kind of.
Huh. I don't know.
Like little, it's probably just like storage for
Yeah.
supplies. See a tripod or something out there straight ahead. It's white.
Oh yeah, another instrument. It's like a tilt meter or something. All right, that mist is coming on a little harder. I think so. We're an hour and 38 minutes in. Pretty good stream going here. I'm surprised this phone hasn't died. Which camera is? Oh, this is the iPad camera. Like, what is that? So should we flip around on the selfie cam and kind of wrap her up?
Yeah, sounds good.
I think it's about that time.
Visibility's a lot less than it was.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna say goodbye to Sony camera angle and put you on the iPhone cam.
Is this streaming?
No.
I mean, it's not live, but is it streaming data to the phone? From
It's the iPad
just curious if it's like
using
using the streaming resource.
Yeah. Oh, some nays. Nice. Yeah, I got the nays in the wide angle. My mom says, "Much aloha, son. So proud of you and all your ventures. Got to go feed all the hungry critters."
Nice.
Thanks, Mom. I always appreciate you. Oh, hello. All right. Yeah, we got the little nene action as the topper. There we go. Oh, hello.
Hi.
Oh, all of a sudden there's my sleep-deprived face. So yeah, we're just gonna kind of wrap up the stream. We definitely appreciate everyone that joined and checked out our little Kilauea update here. Clearly we didn't get an eruption this time, but it's coming, and you can definitely expect us to be back here when it erupts. And we'll give you the live view. We have some new equipment coming in the mail. Colton's excited about it, I know that. Our goal is to provide the most cinematic live stream that we can. So we're gonna eventually have 2 Sony cameras and we're gonna we want to bring a lot of picture quality into it and kind of try out some different ideas. We're kind of like slowly ramping into this whole live streaming thing, and yeah, we're gonna provide some pretty cool stuff for you coming up soon. So in the meantime, if you want to support this work, the best way to do it, to support right now, is through Patreon. So if you go to patreon.com/pagefilms, you can contribute a monthly contribution, and you get rewards like early releases and exclusive 4K versions of my films, exclusive content, and free downloads, things like that. So definitely consider going over there and checking out my Patreon. I would appreciate it very, very much. And ooh, we got some more nenes. There's 5 of them this time. Yeah. Eeh. Very cool. I love it. The wildlife out here. Saying, oh, you got Steven in there. Good day, mate. Watching from Melbourne, Australia. Awesome.
Nice.
Very cool to have some people from around the world. Oh, man.
He's like, wait for me.
Yeah, the nenes are having a day, having a morning. So, one more thing I wanted to mention about the Patreon right now. If you consider signing up, you can see my 3rd chapter of my Pele Rises film series. It's the June 7th, 2023 eruption. It was just a few months ago. This film covers the whole eruption from beginning to end. It was only 12 days long, but it was really spectacular, and there was the incredible lava fountain that I was mentioning earlier. Check out the first 30 seconds. So that was the first 30 seconds of Pele Rises Chapter 3. So if you want to watch that right now in 4K and HDR, you can see it on my Patreon. If you go over there and subscribe at any tier, you'll be able to see that, as well as a bunch of other rewards and cool things that's on the Patreon. So go over there and check it out. And yeah, I think with that, we will go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you all for joining. Wasn't too many people in the chat this time, but whoever was in there, appreciate you jumping on and checking it out. And stay tuned for some more live streams. We're going to do some green flash watches. We're gonna test out some music ideas, some collabs with musicians, and of course we're going to be right back for the eruption whenever it happens. We're going to get out here ASAP and get it streaming for you guys. So right on, Steven. Thanks for joining, and I will see you all on the next stream. Aloha.